What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the brand new Liverpool transfer news. And in this video you will hear about Kovacic being strongly linked with a Liverpool transfer, and also you will hear Jurgen Klopp's interview on Liverpool must win a trophy very soon. Liverpool are reportedly willing to sell up to 7 players, and that could generate another £70 million into the transfer budgets. I still feel that Liverpool are an attacking midfielder and a centre-back short of being truly ready to be fully equipped for challenging for 4 trophies this season. And Jurgen Klopp himself said in a recent interview that Liverpool must start winning trophies soon. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy these types of Liverpool transfer news updates, leave a like, it really helps me out. Subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss a future upload. And the Marca newspaper in Spain report that Liverpool are interested in bringing in Kovacic, who is unhappy at Real Madrid. And Kovacic, who did a pretty awesome World Cup. He didn't start all the games for Croatia, but when he came on as a substitute, he was pretty impressive. And Kovacic managed just 21 La Liga appearances last season, and he told new Real Madrid manager Julen Lopetegui that he wants to move on, he wants to play regular football, and he could be available for around 25 to 30 million pounds. Do you think that Liverpool need him? Do you think that he would be a good signing for Liverpool? Let me know in the comments below. I'm personally, my opinion, I'm not a big fan of him. I don't think that we need a player like him, because he's not an attacking midfielder who can score goals or get an assist. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder, and he's not a goal scorer. He doesn't score a lot of goals, and Liverpool already have players like Wijnaldum, Lallana, Henderson, Fabinho, who are similar to Kovacic, and I think we need more of a Fekir type of player, not necessarily Fekir, because it looks like Liverpool might not be in for him. But we shall wait and see. There is still a long way to go in the transfer market. There's still 2 weeks left, and I think other clubs will make moves in the transfer market. So Kovacic is just 24 years old, so he certainly can improve and get even better under Jurgen Klopp. He was actually born in Austria, which I didn't know. And Kovacic started off his career at Dinamo Zagreb, and then he signed for Inter Milan, and then he went to Real Madrid. But he only scored 3 goals in 109 appearances for Real Madrid, and he has quite a lot of international experience. He played 46 times for Croatia, only scoring 1 goal. So as I already said, he's not a goal scorer, he's more of a box-to-box midfielder. And he said this, and I quote, "When I don't play, of course I'm not happy. I've enjoyed these 3 years in Madrid hugely, with incredible teammates winning trophies, but I haven't been completely happy because my contribution to all of this has not been the biggest, and it's something I want to change." Which means that it looks like that he wants to leave Real Madrid and move on to another club where he will play regularly. And as I already said, I don't think Kovacic is the player that Liverpool need at the moment. But of course, if we can sign a squad player for 20-25 million, could do a similar job to what Wijnaldum is doing at Liverpool, I think it would make sense. But I don't think Kovacic should move to Liverpool, because he wouldn't play that many more games than he played at Real Madrid. At Real Madrid he actually played 34, 39 and 36 games. So he wasn't, absent for a lot of games. He was just used as a substitute most of the time. And Kovacic, interestingly, is linked with Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Juventus and Manchester United, as well as Liverpool. So that is a crazy line of clubs. But I don't think he would be an out-and-out striker at any of those clubs. I think Kovacic should move to a club like maybe Valencia or Atletico Madrid, where he would get regular playing time. And now let's turn our attention to this very interesting, fascinating Jurgen Klopp interview that he gave. Jurgen Klopp, when he was asked if Liverpool have to win something this season, he said this, and I quote, "You are right, and people will say that. it is the next step. It would be the next step, and we need to be ready for that. I cannot give guarantees here, but I understand if people think that. I know about the expectations, and that is completely normal. We expect more from ourselves. We will go again for the championship and each kind of cup, but that does not mean I can sit here and say that we will get it. We have the highest ambitions, 100%. And that's just my comment. It shows in the transfer market. Liverpool spent £175 million in just this transfer window. We spent £250 million since January 1st because we signed Van Dijk for 75 million. Other teams, of course, we will do transfer business as well. The other teams will not be weaker than last year. City bought in Mahrez. I did not hear that they lost one player so far, so it means the quality of last year plus Mahrez. Manchester United will go for it too, and that's completely normal. First of all, we have to play the football that gives us an opportunity to win something. I'm confident we can build on last season. So this is very, very exciting about this. Jurgen Klopp, I think, recognized that if you want to win trophies, you have to sign the best players possible, the best players available for you. Look at how much Man City spent on their defense last season and goalkeeper, and bang, they won the title. And I heard some of you guys say that we shouldn't be surprised if Liverpool jump a lot of points wise, because Manchester City, before they got to 100 points this last season, they finished on 78 points the season before that. So it's not really unheard of that a team can improve by 22 points. I'm not saying that Liverpool will improve by 22 points next season, but it is possible because Manchester City have shown that it is possible. Of course, Liverpool don't have the spending power of Man City, but actually we spent the most money out of all the Premier League clubs this season, and I'm really excited for the new season. Jurgen Klopp also said this: it's not like the good old times when you had your squad for 6 weeks in pre-season and then spent 1 week building by going to a forest in Sweden with nothing to eat, like I did when I was young. That's not possible anymore. We are used to these circumstances. The first few games are absolutely important. I don't ask for these in a way, it's normal. We have West Ham and Crystal Palace to start with, and that's tough enough. I don't know how many players West Ham had at the World Cup, but they are signing player after player, and they will be a new team for sure. It's a tough start, as the Premier League always is. It's also a Sunday game and then a Monday game, so it's a long week, and I'm fine with that. I have to have the best start ever, but we all know that something can happen, and then everything is questioned in a second. I don't want to prepare anyone for a bad start because I don't want to have one, but it is possible. I cannot ignore that completely. So Jurgen Klopp is very sensible in his approach. And what do you make of Karius' comments that he is considering his Liverpool future? I certainly would be content with Karius and Mignolet being sold and the new experienced number 2 brought in. I already said in yesterday's video that Karius needs to be taken out of the limelight, and potentially we need an experienced number 2, somebody like Iker Casillas maybe, or somebody of that ilk. So Karius said this: of course, signing Alisson for Liverpool, that's not perfect for me, but I cannot say much more about that either. I do not know, I cannot say what I'm doing right now. There is still some time left in the transfer window. So these comments by Karius indicate that he's thinking about his future. He's thinking about potentially leaving Liverpool, and there are a lot of players that are up for sale. The Telegraph are reporting that Valencia are set to make a £27 million offer for Divock Origi. I would snap their hand off for that. That is an incredible amount of money for a player who is an above average striker, but he doesn't show any sign of improving and fulfilling his potential. He has had a really bad season at Wolfsburg, and also in pre-season he didn't have one game where he really impressed me. Sturridge on the other hand was much more impressive. He looks like he's on fire, he's really sharp. So I think we should sell Origi and Danny Ings and keep Sturridge and maybe keep Dominic Solanke as well. Danny Ings, Newcastle, Crystal Palace and Southampton are all interested in him, and Liverpool would demand 20 million plus add-ons for Danny Ings. So if we can sell Origi and Danny Ings for a combined like 40-45 million pounds, that would be an incredible transfer business. And honestly, if we get 45 million for them, we should go for another striker. We should go for a striker who we can sign for 30-35 million, somebody quite young. I would go for either Leon Bailey, I know he's not an out-and-out striker, but more like a winger, or I would go for Timo Werner, but Timo Werner would cost an incredible amount of money, much more than 35 million, something like 60-70 million, and Timo Werner would want to play every week, and at the moment I don't think he's ready to be Liverpool's number 9. Firmino should be our number 9, so maybe a young player like Werner. Lazar Markovic reportedly is wanted by clubs in Greece and Turkey. Middlesbrough, Wolfsburg and Reading have inquired about Sheyi Ojo. He's valued at 15 million, but I would still send out Ojo on loan. And, interestingly, Lazio and Cardiff are in talks to take Marco Grujic on loan or on a permanent transfer, and the Sporting Lisbon are interested in signing Chirivella. Ben Woodburn will be allowed to leave on loan after Liverpool's American tour because he needs playing time, and certainly Liverpool are a big fan of Woodburn, Jurgen Klopp himself as well, but he's not ready to be even a substitute option from the bench in the Premier League. He still needs to mature and maybe bulk up physically as well. And the Telegraph is reporting that Karius is actually fuming with Klopp's decision to bring in Alisson, and he potentially wants to leave Liverpool, and I'm really looking forward to reading your comments. What do you think about Karius potentially leaving Liverpool? Jurgen Klopp had some very interesting words about Daniel Sturridge. I was really hoping all of pre-season that Daniel Sturridge impresses Jurgen Klopp, because I'm a big fan of Sturridge. And I would certainly be very happy if Sturridge stayed at Liverpool just for one more season and proved everyone wrong, and he could stay fit. If he could stay fit, he could honestly bang in 20 goals so easily, because he's just one of the best finishers at the club. And Jurgen Klopp said this about Sturridge: he's in very good shape. That's true. It was a very intense pre-season so far, and he was part of pretty much all the sessions. He looks really good. Who doubts Daniel Sturridge when he is fit? I don't. That's what Jurgen Klopp said. He's an outstanding player. Hopefully he can stay fit, and then the future is bright. He's experienced and has this kind of natural arrogance that you need on the pitch. Really happy about this, and I really hope that Sturridge can stay fit for the majority, like 70-80% of the season. That would be a really a bonus. That would be like a 50 million pound striker. Anyway, really hope that you guys enjoyed this Liverpool transfer news update. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this. See you later guys, goodbye.